Saturday, the president will fly to Singapore for meetings with North Korean President Kim Jong-un.
Well, the deaths of Kate Spade and Anthony Bourdain this week feel personal to a lot of their fans who are following the news on social media, and such coverage can be a trigger for other people who need help. Joining us now is psychologist Dr. Catherine Pang of Lakewood Wellness Partners in Dallas. Dr. Pang, thanks for being with us today.
Thank you for opening an important dialogue on this topic.
Yeah, well, is there concern that people might read about these deaths and identify with the person who died by suicide, and how can we help prevent that?
Great question. So it's not uncommon to, of course, feel a sense of tragedy and great loss when you've been invited in to share in the lives of others and to experience that loss. And I think what we have to be careful about is not sensationalizing and not using this as a reason to say, well, then perhaps I should kill myself. I think we need to recognize that talking about suicide is critically important. Opening dialogues where people feel safe and we've removed the stigma to be able to say, I'm struggling with depression. I have suicidal thoughts. I'm not sure what to do. And to seek appropriate help early so that they can discover there are ways out.
And I have read that suicide rates spike after intense media coverage of a celebrity suicide. What is our responsibility right now?
I think our responsibility is to not sensationalize, to recognize that you have options, that taking your life is not the only way out and is not a way out that's going to produce any long-term solutions for those that love you and care about you, and that talking with someone, seeking help, discovering tools and techniques to help you move through the hopelessness and the depression is critical. So I think as media, it's critical that we send a message of hope, and that no matter how tragic, no matter how despondent, there are people who really care, want to invest themselves in your life and make a difference to help you.
Well, what are some very specific behaviors that could signal that a person is at risk? And if this is happening to one of our loved ones, what should we do?
Well, that's a great question. First, let's not be afraid to ask someone, hey, are you having suicidal thoughts? Is there something going on? To be able to not be condemning, to not attach a stigma, to be able to say, are you making changes in your life? For example, if people start to isolate themselves, start to make radical changes at the things that they enjoyed, they're not enjoying anymore, those are important signs, and we need to encourage them to seek help.
Dr. Pang, thank you for your insight on this.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to speak on this critical subject.
And you can still call and ask any questions that you have, or just talk about